Good morning. Let's take a look at yesterday. Looks like Saarbrücken did what they needed to do, scoring 2 goals, the first 2 goals. When did it start coming? Was it late action? 64th minute, no goal. 66th minute penalty for Kruger, Freddy Kruger. What a nightmare for Braunschweig. Oh, Freddy Kruger taking the penalty there. Wonder how he managed to pick the ball up. Brunker making it 0-2, the hero for Saarbrücken, taking it to extra time. Risotto may have shot them in the foot. But in the end, was it Braunschweig who went through? I thought it was Saarbrücken. Saarbrücken in extra time, so that was excellent. No real trading angle, I suppose, unless you laid the draw second half. Because, of course, the must-win element there. Saarbrücken and Sundsvall, well, we normally expect goals in the Superettan, but a little goal shy and a gentle reminder to you as well. 2.45, the favourite. It could literally be any scoreline. So a 0-0, I wouldn't necessarily take on the 0-0 unless it was something like 1.09, 1.06. Let's take a look at the tennis from yesterday. And John H. got in touch with me. He played the Cameron Norrie match. So let's have a look at whether you spotted that particular angle with the very simplistic research, very simplistic strategy based on the set betting, for example. Kovacevic wins the first set, but well played from Gomez. But I'm looking more at there we go. We've got Cameron Norrie 2-0 up. So John H. was absolutely bang on the button there. 4.5 outside of Cameron Norrie, taking a 2-set lead against Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev winning the next 2 sets. That's all you need. Don't forget, with trading, we play the hint. We don't play the outcome. The outcome was a Cameron Norrie win, which is great for us Brits. From a trading perspective, you either get out here or you cement it here at the 2-2. It's like coming back from 2-0 down. That's why you're going to get a really good odds swing. So well done, John H., for finding that. Any others yesterday? Just look at the first set defeat for De Jong, for example, here against Pesaro. Second set defeat by a tiebreaker. Should have you salivating for a possible recovery for the 1.53 favourite, and he won the next 3 after that. This, like we saw yesterday with one of those players winning 2 consecutive tiebreakers, just because he was a favourite and he won in a tiebreaker, it means it's a tight match. Take them on. It's a nice little clue, isn't it, that this De Jong is well up for the fight for that second set. Look how tight it was in points, 9-7. Use the clues. Muller, les Frog avec le Français, dons avec le tiebreaker second set, but no 2-0 to 2-1 there at all. Looking again, 1.25 shot, losing a tiebreaker. I told you about these Aussies. They can be formidable opponents. Always a nice little angle there. And it's a 2-1 lead for Walton. One of the Waltons. Good night, Pa. Good night, Ma. Good night, John Bob. Good night, Billy Bob. So one of the Waltons getting the best of Martyr yesterday. 2-1. That's another angle in set betting wise, particularly when the favourite's 1.25. Off you go. He wins the next set. Bang. Don't forget, play the hint, not the outcome. The outcome, well, one of the Waltons won, so Pa would have been happy. The hint, wins the next set. That's all that counts. 2-2. You get that odd swing because the market will be thinking, such an emphatic set win. We're back on with the usual business resumed. Herbert, another Frenchman. You'd expect a 5-setter when 2 Frenchmen are playing each other because they know each other's game, don't they? So 2-1 was a possible angle here to Bonsai. And then Herbert picked it up despite being the outsider. It's a logical trading play, isn't it? Just based on the fact they're Frenchmen. You don't need any great tennis skills, do you, to unpack these? It's purely logical. Just my thought process is there. Well, Novak got rid of old Ronald in a quick, smart time, but you've got to lay him at 1.02. He could get a niggle. He could pull a significant muscle in his back or something. You just never know. At his age as well, Novak knocking on. Rocha, 1.44 favourite, wins 2 of the first 3 sets in tiebreakers. Ding, 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 ding. That should give you some alarm bells. 11-9. He, quite simply, he just won the right point at the right time is what that's telling you. Basil, not faulty today. Got the next set in, 2-2. But he was a bit faulty with the last set. But that doesn't count, is it? Playing the hint, not the outcome. Rublev, the old ginger fellow, can have some throwing the toys out the tram moments, or even the pram and the tram. He's that volatile, Rublev. But looks like he had his head fixed on yesterday. Did lose the second set. Bellucci and Draper, 1.02. I told you to lay these shorties because you can get this little move like this. Wouldn't be a great significant move in the market given it's a 5-setter. But you can see the shocks are there. When you get this is pretty much the market telling you it's even Stevens. You can make an assumption on a 5-setter if you want. Particularly when you've got someone as accomplished as Eliteserien, but he wasn't 2 sets down. Could have been an angle in there, given it was 1.8 the favourite. Market thinking it's going to be a tight one. So think about that. Marin Cilic, what a pity. He's about as old as Joe Biden. Just couldn't get through this first one against the newcomers. Corentin Moutet beating Tabor in 3 sets. What a pity we couldn't get that. Maybe would have laid him 2-0 up. Given he's an odds-on favourite, 2-0 up. Well worth a punt. Liability very low indeed. Playing a fellow Frenchman. Tiebreaker very tight indeed. There's the Fons. Hey, what's up? Playing Hubert Hurkacz. Well, I would have taken on possibly the Fons 2-0 up, as long as the odds were short enough. Looks like an off day for Hurkacz. 1.8 the favourite, a bit like this match up here, suggesting a 5-setter, isn't it? Again, Monfils losing the first 2 sets. Ding, ding, ding. In front of home support. I hope you were on. Won the next set convincingly. Won the next in a tiebreaker. Won the next convincingly. Superb stuff from Game Monfils. That's the kind of play you're looking at. Ticks all the boxes. Frenchman in front of home support. 2 sets down. Maybe his last tour. You don't know. Superb stuff. So this is the men's. That's what I focus primarily on. I'm just not too taken with ladies' tennis insofar as it's just those service games, totally unreliable. They just are. So I do find the men's game, particularly in Grand Slam tennis, a lot more appealing from a trading perspective. Here, you're looking at the very, very short price favourites, taking them on 104, 105, but looks like the market getting them absolutely spot on yesterday. Absolutely no trouble with them. But your liability will always remain low. Your upside is high. You saw that 1.02 shot yesterday, losing the first set. It does happen. Better they lose 2 sets. So didn't really see any surprises apart from Corentin Paquet or Chloe Paquet, French lady in France, winning the first set. Bang. Is it? Then you have to answer the question, is this out of the enthusiasm of being in front of home support? Can I trust the market? If you can answer those 2 questions in the positive, you take on Chloe Paquet with that lead. Because you're assuming she's got that lead out of enthusiasm. But look at Giacomo. 1.02, Maria Sakkari, my new ex-wife from Greece. She did put up a hell of a fist fight in the second one, Sakkari, didn't she? 7-6. This is why I highlight locals. They can surprise. So that's a very good warning to you there. Here, we've got another 1.22 shot. Poisson. Bonjour, rudders. The French ladies are doing very well indeed. Wins the first set. So, again, a la Paquet. Do you trust the market? Do you think this is an over-enthusiastic first set win? Market, bang. Elise Mertens wins the second set. You're out. Play the hint, not the outcome. The outcome, a Poisson win. French fans must have been going absolutely bonkers with that. So some really good stuff yesterday. 1.33 shot. Julie Garland wins the first set. And Voniet, the odds-on favourite, wins the next set. And Julie Garland goes through down the yellow brick road to the next round with Tonto in tow. So fantastic stuff from Julie Garland there. Again, play the hint, not the outcome. You're looking for the odd swing between the underdog losing the first set, winning the second. So some really good stuff there yesterday. Shorty, 1.08. I told you to lay them. This is the first one in the bag. Parks winning. Fantastic stuff. So that's one of them in the bag. We had another at 1.02, losing the first set. These shorties do lose. And it's going to cost you tuppence halfpenny to find out. For example, £3, liability is 100. £1.50 liability, you win 50. 75p liability, you win 25 quid. Well worth the punt, particularly if we can get a sticky first set. So that was excellent yesterday. That's all I'll do really, is retrospectively look, because the examples are there quite clearly for you, aren't they? Really good trading day. If you're just using that male Grand Slam 5-set tennis angle, 2-0, 2-1. Superb. What would I look for today? Well, your first port of call, as we did yesterday, would be to look at the French flags. Okay? Because you saw with Guillaume Monfils, absolutely electric. A walkover, looks like Gaston may be injured. So we've got a Mapeshi Perikar, who's a pretty stout fellow. And Quentin Hallis, I think he'll be competitive today, could take a set or two. Anything else catching the eye? Well, let's do our look at the shorties, having got one of them in yesterday. I would tend to go under 1.1, but we could include Runa here. Stefanos Tsitsipas, now Sakari is out. The other Greek, Tsitsipas, the only one flying the flag. Alcaraz at 1.03. Don't forget, it's a first to 5 sets. It's a 5-setter. 1.03 is ridiculous with such a long way to go. Musetti, the absolute eye catcher this season since the French Open, likely to go deep in this tournament, has improved beyond all recognition and has, I think, gone into the top 10. He reminds me, Musetti, of an early Stefanos Tsitsipas, where you're just spotting that potential and it's all clicking in one particular season. Boom. He looks absolutely rock solid. Jack Draper beat him. Alcaraz beat him. Some big boys having to beat him. Alcaraz beaten him twice. So 2 of the last 3 defeats have come against Alcaraz, the world number 1, I believe. So Musetti is one to have in your card. You might want to back him for a potential final today. Final in this tournament at decent enough odds, because he is a superb player. So I'll be looking on at Musetti, particularly if he gets in trouble, a set or 2 down. One of the old reliables, I think, Musetti. So he's definitely get my eye. So I've just got those little ones to look at initially. I would also then potentially look at my Australian friends as well, because they are very, very stout themselves, and potentially some South Americans on clay. Argentinians might surprise. South Americans, Argentinians, Brazilians. This is their surface, isn't it? Carino Buster As, he should be competitive today. Don't forget this, 2 Americans playing each other might see Korda layable if he wins the first 2 sets. It's a logical play. They know each other from Davis Cup, etc. So let's have a look on to today's football. Or have we looked already? Let's have a look. So it's a very quiet one today. Podabuche, Chudrum Podabuche had trouble, I think, at odds on last match. Relegation, dogfight. So immediately home advantage, 1.4. And I think Chudrum could be from a lower tier. So I would always advantage the side from the better league. Bettors and Chelsea. Well, read or watch or listen to the podcast. I'm new to all this podcast stuff. Listen to it today. does an excellent analysis of Betis against Chelsea. Does an excellent analysis as well of Rosenborg's very, very good start to the season. But Rosenborg brought back to life back down to earth by Bodo Glimt with an absolute spanking by Bodo in the last home match. Bodo 3-0, 3-0, 4-0 at home so far. Playing Viking today, Viking electric start to the season, top of the league, Eliteserien. It could be all change in the Eliteserien. Similarly, it could be all change in the Finnish Veikkausliiga with KUPS losing 2 consecutive matches. That ain't like them at all. So do watch, read, listen to the podcast. Watch the video, read the daily bulletin, listen to the podcast. Now, the podcast is going to be for members only. Going forward, I will be giving snippets of it for marketing purposes. But in this early stage, which is on trial for a week or two, I've got a Google AI. I've got a subscription to, I think, free trial, and this is where I get the podcast. An absolute find last night. I was hugely impressed by the analysis as well when they go deep. What they do, they take my analysis as well, which is wonderful because I provided them with my statistical take, the human statistical take, my experience as well. And they've taken that, they've gone in using Google's resources. Google has Google, the biggest search facility on the planet. You stick AI in the equation, and it's a wonderful conclusion. So I would recommend that podcast today. I will be posting it on Instagram and try to get it on YouTube as well with just a visual, so you can listen to it there. Very, very impressed. You wait till you hear Fridays. They go very deep into the Irish. So if you fancy a bit of that, get yourself a bottle of stout, sit back and enjoy that podcast. So please leave me your feedback as well regarding the podcast, if you like, particularly members. It will be a members only moving forward. I think the information is so good and so strong. It's got to be for members only. Have a great day. You won't be hearing from me this evening. You might hear from me. Well, I might have a look at that part of Butchie match at 5 o'clock. As far as the tennis is concerned, might be a Patreon moving forward, I think, because this is all additional stuff I'm providing for you. It's called footballtradingprofits.com. It's not called tennistradingprofits.com. I want to provide these additionals for you, including the podcast. But I would need to generate a little bit of extra income to cover my costs, because this is costing me money. It's superb, though. Very, very impressed. And I hope you find it useful as well. So I'll be working on a possible Patreon page today. And that way I can also do more live streams. Live streams for those who want them. If you pay £2 or £3 up front or something, you can guarantee yourself a live stream attendance. Particularly on a Sunday, it's a specialist day. Not many people want it. I could move that over to Patreon, for example, and get that up and running for people who want it. That would be, I think, a really good move moving forward. Have a great day. I might see you at 5 o'clock, as I say, for part of Butchie, and I'll try, or at least try yourself to retrospectively trade the French Open. It costs you no money to retrospectively trade, and all you have to do, and you can do it from the first day, to get yourself really stuck in. What you can do as well, control print screen. I'm trying this in front of you. ChatGPT. Pick out the matches where one player went 2-0 up and 2-1 up in sets. So let's see if we can pick that out from that screenshot I've just provided. There we go. Quarter against Darderi. 6-2, 6-1, 6-4. Okay, it was 2-0 up. He's been specific. So I'll change. Well, let's have a look. 2-0 up before retirement. So these are all 2-0 up. You can ignore all of those. I should have said 2-0 to 2-1. This is more like it. Look, 2-0 to 2-1. Gaston against Blanchet. We've already looked at that. 2-0 to 2-1. Tabillo against Cazot. You can check these out yourself. Look, 2-1. Taylor Fritz. Altmaier went 2-1 up, then 1. And Rune against Bautusta. Rune was 2-0 up. So it's this one that you're interested in here as an example, isn't it? So this is what AI can do just with that screenshot. It's changing the whole complexion of my website. You'll see a completely different website at the start of the new season as well. We'll have it completely upgraded, updated, and all of the training. I'm hoping to do it in what I call micro steps, which is it's the way I like to work. I can get a little frustrated learning a new thing. But if you do it in micro steps, like step 1, opening a Betfair account, 1.1, fill in this form, 1.2, press that button, 1.3, load that card, etc. I like it for that kind of detail. That's what I'm going to try to do with the tennis as well, the tennis trading profits. So I'll get ChatGPT onto today, but the podcast has changed my whole complexion now. It's superb. You'll see that on Telegram later on, members, and I'll try to get it on Instagram and Twitter for everybody else. Have a great day. I might see you at 5 o'clock.